Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do this quick video. I'm inside my '03 Ford F-150. Starts right up, but I want to show y'all something. I'll come over here, and as you can see, you don't see any white smoke coming out of my tailpipe, and there's a reason for that. I want to show y'all something. Let me pause the video for a second. Okay, I'm back. You didn't see any white smoke coming out of my tailpipe, in which when I started the truck this morning, I had it. It's been that way now for months. Uh, I changed my intake manifold, still had the problem. I was losing coolant just slightly, not a lot at all, but I was losing it. Uh, it took about a couple weeks or whatever, but I would lose. I started losing it. I see the level come down. So finally, I had to conclude with the fact that I had a head gasket leak. There were no visible exterior leaks. It was all internal. And one time I had a buddy of mine who knows a lot about engines. He came over. He took the oil cap off, and we did see a little bit of that milky look. But on the dipstick, everything, the oil looked beautiful. So I'm like, we both knew it wasn't a lot. So he said, "Look, man, we can do this job ourselves. I've done it before, blah, blah, blah." But I kept looking for stuff. I said, you know what? If I could find something that'll save me money and that I could just get it done, I'll get it done. I ran across a whole bunch of videos about a whole different things, but everybody, even mechanics, kept talking about the Blue Devil products. So before I get to this one, let's talk about this one. Radiator flush. I wanted to flush my whole system. So I took the thermostat out and I started running just plain water because I was losing coolant anyway. No need of flushing coolant down the drain. So I said, well, you know what? Let me, one thing I did notice that if I didn't close my, I don't have a radiator cap. I got a reservoir. But if I didn't close it all the way until it clicks, it would never run hot. And so what I did 2 days ago, I pulled the thermostat out and I went ahead and put this whole bottle in. This is a whole quart, 32 ounces. And it's got all the directions on the back. But one thing I will say is this. Every time you see something in red, you want to read it about 5 times because the stuff in red, you better follow the instructions. And one thing everybody said was if you follow the directions on these bottles with the Blue Devil products, they say, first of all, you got to. But Blue Devil guarantees all this stuff. And I say, okay. I mean, you see where it say guarantee right there. It's a guarantee. I flushed the system. Today I went and played golf. I came back when I let it cool and opened the petcock. I mean, well, I take that back. I flushed the system twice. I used regular Prestone earlier in the week. And that's when I got all that rust and all that crazy looking stuff coming out. When I put this in yesterday, and I let my according to the directions, I let my truck idle for 10 minutes. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drive it this morning. I'll drive it to the golf course and back. And even on here, it'll tell you that you can let it go, for, idle for 10 minutes, or you can go for, a short drive. So that's what I decided to do. But I already knew this was the star of the show. So after flushing the system, I put water back in it. I put 2 gallons of water in, and then I started adding this. Now, this thing, you definitely better follow every instruction to the letter. You know, it even has down here how much you put in per your cooling system capacity. So anyway, long story short, or they got it in Spanish over here. Long story short, I followed the directions, and there are so many videos on YouTube. People that say, they had, I mean, it was just pouring water, pouring coolant out. This thing guarantees to seal up if your head's warped, whatever, and it's guaranteed. They got that guarantee on there. So many people, even mechanics, swear by it. One mechanic said that usually when people come in and they diagnose that they have a blown head gasket, he said, "Look, for me to change it, it's going to cost whatever, 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 or you can let me do what I do for a fraction of the cost." Let's just say if this guy charges $1,000, he's like, "Look, for whatever it is, $250, $300, whatever, I'll fix it." And he said this is what he used. This is what he used. And there was one guy, he was saying like 4 years later, he hasn't had a problem. Another guy did a video 1 year after the date that he used it, and he said he's still driving it. He doesn't have a problem. So I said, you know what? I mean, the stuff ain't cheap now. This was $69. But $69, I think this was about $8, something like that. I bought a couple bottles of Prestone coolant. But just think about it. If I paid $100, let's go $100 as opposed to about $300 in parts, and then definitely I was gonna, pay my friend. He was like, "Look, man, we'll just do it. We'll get it done." I was gonna pay him something. So for like about $100, and you can actually do this yourself. Y'all know if I tap into something, if I come up with something or whatever, I like to pass it on to you guys. So I'm just sharing this information with you. I know this video long, it's 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, but what's 7.5 minutes and $100 as opposed to $1,000, $1,200 to get your head gasket changed. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody. Oh, the other thing I want to say is this: my check engine light was on. After I put this in, I'm not lying at all. After I put this stuff in, my check engine light went off. I mean, I had just noticed it. I was like, whoa, my check engine light. And I watched it go off. I had it running, I backed out, moving the car around to the front, and the doggone check engine light went off. So again, I'm 8 minutes, 15 seconds in, but what's that as opposed to 12, $1,300, whatever it might cost you. And I got a V8, so you're not gonna just change one side, you're gonna change them both. Man, that's a big job. Anyway, just want to pass that along. Y'all take care. Peace.